So, I think I told Teddy this. I don't know if you guys were there, but there was this one manga I read before. But it was right before they shut down. Was it one manga?
One manga?
Yeah, it was right before they shut it down. I read and completed this one series called Flame of Record. Just that night, I powered through that shit because I knew they were going to shut it down. I was like, I have to get one more. And I was like,
6 hours.
I swear to God, they were like, at such and such time, we're going to be shutting down. So I was like, oh God. It was like 3 at night. My eyes were bleeding.
Yeah.
I'm just powering through it because I had started it like yesterday, the day before.
Yeah.
And it's called Flame of Recca. I don't know if you guys have read it or heard of it before. It's this one involving this guy who's a family. He inside of him has these, I think they're 9 dragons, but they're all like previous members of his family who are all related to this world of, I want to say ninjas. I can't really remember the whole story, but there are these special items that give you that have special abilities. And this one main character discovers this world, and he has these 9 dragons within him that each of them gives him a sort of special ability.
Okay.
And he has to fight his way through this world, and he has to fight the main bad guy. And the main bad guy is this old millionaire who's been profiting from these items for so long, and he wants to become immortal. And he finds out that the guy, the main character's love interest, has the ability to heal wounds. And if you kill her in this ritual, you can become immortal. So him and his friends try to protect her, and it really made me realize a lot of things about female characters in these sort of situations, which is, why do they never learn to fight or defend themselves? It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
How you have at least an entire baseball team of people that are trying to protect you and are training to protect you. Learn how to defend yourself. Learn how to use a gun. Learn how to use a knife. Take tracks so that you know how to run really, really fast for long periods of time.
Yep.
Just some simple steps to make yourself a less desirable target.
Yeah.
And it pissed me off because they did the standard thing where she gets cornered and it's like, well, I'll kill your friends if you don't come with me. And if she literally waited a couple seconds longer, her friends would have, busted her out, but she went with them anyway, Orihime style kind of, if you think about it. It was just like, learn to fight. Well, what's so hard about you learning to fight? It pisses me off, damsel in distress thing, where it's like, I don't know what I'm going to do, and I just want to save you guys' life. Well, by doing what you did, you fucked everyone up. You made the situation 10 times worse. If you had died there, that would have been more helpful than you turning yourself over to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to throw that out there. Were there any moments in any animes, mangas, games, regular TV
Where you
series?
wish that character would man up?
Would cowboy up and do what the fuck you need to do.
Okay. I feel like that's what a lot of Ava is for me, at least in the beginning. There are a lot of I guess in terms of men, there are a lot of characters that start off that way, but since they're the main character, they actually end up having to learn how to fight. But
It's always like side characters that are the problems.
yeah. Well, actually, you know what? Kuwabara got kidnapped in Yu Hakusho.
Yes, he did.
He totally got kidnapped.
He totally got kidnapped.
And he actually could fight. He was just too weak.
We forget about Kuwabara.
Kuwabara.
God damn it, Kuwabara. Don't cut that net. I'm gonna cut the net. Don't cut the net. He cut the fucking net. God damn it, Kuwabara.
Certain implications, certain mental implications.
Yeah. Some people just need to grow the fuck up.
I think that's just common. That's just anime, really.
I know.
Aside from the few we get, I think it's really, was that a shonen or was it?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's mostly shonen. And we get the rare, strong characters. Cause like,
I mean, it's one.
Orihime from Bleach.
It's one like Orihime. She trained to fight. She sucked at it, and it didn't really help her that much.
Yeah,
But she tried. That was the thing. If you tried.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's just good writing, better writing than just a character who doesn't try. Because like you said, she tried, and her thing was she was in fights in the beginning, and it was like, it was mostly defensive because she just had like the little sprite characters fighting for her, but that didn't do anything, and she just had like really strong defense, and then the regeneration stuff. So that's why she kind of had to go, because it was like, it's not like I can stop these people, and then plus that was the Iran card, so they were just like a million leagues above anybody at that point. That was literally,
in the show and the anime. It's not necessarily that the character can't fight. It's that every season they have to up the power level.
Well,
So
yeah,
they
were
were like
literally-
2 seasons behind.
right. Or he might have just figured out how to swing a sword, and now you're dealing with people who can kill you by inhaling. Like that one asshole.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, but she tried. Like that, and it's like. It's Orihime, and then there's someone and then there's Sakura, who's like in the beginning, she's just, why the hell are you there? Your go-to technique is that I can walk on trees better than you guys. And it was only for that one episode.
breaking jutsu really good.
Yeah.
Well, that's because she's psychotic. That's not really her. It's not really training. It's because she has multiple personalities, and it freaks whoever the hell is in her head out at the time. But I mean, like she trained and got better. She's like tired of being this, or he makes the same thing. Like I said, I'm not expecting you to kick ass, but try. Everyone around you is training. Why do you think it's okay for you not to? Why is it okay for everyone else to go through all this, and then you're just like, well, okay, I'll be the dead weight. I've resigned myself to be the dead weight guy. It's gonna be great. You guys learn how to, walk up buildings and run so fast we can't even see you, and I'm just gonna be here gawking and be the anvil that just completely
Weighs us down.
that just weighs us down.
Well, there's this show called Attack on Titan, which is it's actually currently going on. Yeah, it's really good. And the character in that, Misako? I can't remember her name. She's actually the exact opposite. She's the best soldier.
That's
The
like the
entire
main
army,
character's
she's
best
like-
friend, right?
Yeah.
Or his
She's in
sister.
love with the main character, but the main character doesn't know it because he's too angry to notice all the time. It's
It makes
justified.
sense, yeah.
It makes sense, but
Like I saw it when it premiered. I watched like the first 2 or so episodes. It's on like 14 now, something like that.
It's like 2 quarters, so it's probably gonna be 30 episodes. Yeah, but we're heavily into the second season.
I mean, it's on episode 14 right now, something like that.
I'm gonna have to catch up on
I
that.
have.
No,
You guys
it was
recommend
really good. It's one of the really popular ones right now.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen D. Gray Man? Have you guys ever heard of or seen D. Gray Man?
I think I saw like the first episode.
Well, D. Gray Man is centered around exorcism. Like there are these demons. There's this one guy who makes demons, and he makes it out of dead people's souls. And the demons, as they kill people, they level up in power. And there's an entire society of exorcists who kill demons. And it centers around this one guy. I forgot his name.
I don't know.
Alan Walker. Alan Walker is his name. Everyone has these anti-demon weapons. His is his arm. His arm turns to this big claw weapon that he uses to just beat the shit out of demons with. And the main female character is Nanali, and she has these anti-demon weapon boots that she uses. They give her super speed, and she kicks the shit out of stuff. And they did something that pissed me off with her, which made me stop watching the anime, and I ended up picking the manga back up. But it pissed me off. I stopped watching it. She was a really, really strong character. She was on par with the main character. They leveled up together. As they run into things that they couldn't beat, they learned how to use this, and that. She wasn't completely broken, overpowered, I am God, and she wasn't weak. She grew with everyone else. And then one episode, they took away her boots, and then she just became a crybaby. I want to help. You can't do anything. But I'm gonna help. No, you're gonna make things worse. And she helps, and she makes shit worse because you can't do anything. And it just pissed me off because I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you do this to her? I mean, or at least give her the knowledge to, okay, you're useless now. Go cry in the corner. Stop making shit worse. And it just pissed me off. I had to stop watching because I was that angry.
People complain about that for Sword Art Online. Like, have you seen it?
I know. I haven't seen that much of it.
Well, it's on Toonami now,
Right.
actually. So, because it was so popular last year. But the main character and his love interest, they're both like two of the most powerful people in like the whole game. he was pretty much like a loner the whole time because he didn't want to like get people killed because he was so powerful. And so he can like fight all these people, and she was pretty much the same way. She was like super powerful. She ended up getting recruited by like the strongest league in the game, and people complain like because he ended up protecting her a lot, you know, towards the end of the series because you know he was the main character, and they kind of made it where she wasn't as powerful anymore because they ended up together. Like she didn't do as much as she did before they were.
I just don't like deflating, you know, characters. If they're a strong character, make them a strong character. If they're a weak character, make them a weak character. But I mean, center it around that.
Yeah.
Don't have everyone
Make
else
it fun.
leveling up to protect you and you do jack shit.
Yeah.
But speaking of current things, since we're talking about current things, let's talk about current hobbies.
Okay.
As far as the list goes, you know, games and manga. Games I mentioned Fallout New Vegas and going through that right now.
The kids running around and with the boy shooting a little girl with a little laser gun, take that from him. If you have to break his neck, take that from him, and then go to the power plant because you will then become God.
I just dealt with I just met the Legionnaires, and I went into the hotel or whatever in the city where they kill all the people, and I'm like, all right, you know, because I'm like, what you doing is bad, yada yada yada. He's like, well, if you feel that way, you could kill us. So I was like, all right, I was gonna go in the hotel and just do whatever and come out and kill him. And I went in, I'm thinking everything's fine. There's just dogs in the hotel. I'm like, what the heck? I killed all of them, and then I left, and they were gone. I was like, I was gonna kill all these people. And like whoever the mayor was for that town, like the dialogue was funny. But it was like, cause it was like, he had like a poorhouse in the town, and he was like, if I can just get like the gunpowders who are like these criminal gangs, like if I can just get them to come at night, he was like, you know, pun, and just get the Legionnaires to come during the day. He was like, you know, did it again, and it was stuff. And he said the third time, it was like third time's the charm. It was just funny stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, like I went there, and then the two people who argue over the caps, I saw them, and like the first time I killed the guy, and I talked to the woman, and then like I like pulled the items off the guy that died. She tried to kill me, so I killed her. And then I reloaded that like 8 times trying to get all the dialogue because I just asking random questions.
Yeah.
And then eventually I, you know, killed her because she was actually the bad guy.
Yeah, she was the bad guy in that situation.
And then I went off to like the little town where the Raiders or the gang is. It's like a little destroyed town, like barely. It's like down the street pretty much. I died so many times trying to fight them. And then the guy who I just helped, he was like right off the side, and they didn't attack him at all.
No,
which I thought was so weird. It was like
because you pissed them off in the beginning of the game. So your faction level with them is like
I don't think I
kill
even met any of those people though. They were just enemies. It wasn't a gang.
Oh, was it a gang?
It was a gang. I don't know who it was though, because I hadn't met any of them. Because it was still like the very beginning, pretty much.
Right, because if you killed those guys that came into town, if you didn't help them get the
Yeah, it wasn't the gunpowders though. It
It
was
wasn't?
somebody. It was like a random gang of people in this town, and there were like 12 of these people,
Oh,
and they had like super strong handguns. I was gonna destroy it. And then of course I jumped like crazy because there was a giant rat scorpion. But it was dead. But I was like shooting people, and then I turned, and it was like right next to me. I almost like jumped out of my chair, but it was dead. So,
red scorpions are fucking terrible.
And then I fought a bunch in the desert. I was like, because I died the first time. Then I was like, all
You know
right.
what you need?
And I had them all come at me. I just threw mines until it blew up. And then I was like, all right. And I could just kill the little ones off.
What you need to do though, seriously, get your sniper rifle. Get you a gun with a scope on it, and then you will become God. Because that game, no one has the amount of visibility that you do once you have a scope. And you can just headshot the shit out of people. And then once they come at you, bats headshot them and in the game.
In the beginning, since I have the Ultimate Edition, I had a bunch of extra weapons. So I had like the shotgun, and then I had a grenade launcher. I was just like, just blowing everybody up in the beginning. And then I ran out of ammo.
If you really want to have fun though, go for like fisticuff fighting and just get into fist fights with red scorpions. That's the best. Like bats punching, you're just like skadoosh, and then his head explodes. Like I literally had like children's boxing gloves on, and just like boom. And then when you get the power fist, it's like you're Iron Man. You just punch, and it's like steam, cartridge jets. They die.
I'm waiting to get a part of it. I thought I was in the first town where it's run over by the powder gangers,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like the deputy was like a crappy guy, or like he sucked. He was a pimp.
Oh no, you know.
I had him help me, cause at first he was like, "No, I'm gonna leave." I was like, "Can't you help me?" He's like, "No, I'm gonna go." So I restarted it and was like, I threatened him to do it. He's like, "All right." He was so useless.
Yeah, no, he
Like
was.
he died every time, and eventually I was just like, all right. I gave him a gun. He got killed off. I was like, all right. I have a bunch of stuff on me, and I want to pick up a bunch of items because I felt like a random enemy. So I had the incinerator, which is the flamethrower. I was like, all right, I'll give him that, and like a bunch of these clothes just to lose weight, so I can just pick up whatever I want. And he pulled out like the machete. I'm like, what?
Why are you doing this?
Oh my goodness. So I just had him stay there, and then I beat the mission, and I couldn't get my stuff back. I was like, I'm just gonna kill this guy.
Your teammates, my best teammate combo for New Vegas was Edie and Cassidy.
I'm gonna get Edie because I do have like really high repair in science, so I think the next level I'm gonna do it. And right now I'm in one of the DLC missions where you automatically get the Edie machine, and it's like all these upgrades automatically go back to the one you have in the regular game because you can't take your partners into this specific DLC. So
I'm
That's
telling
a
you,
good style.
get Edie. Edie's the best because Edie is a sure shot with that laser gun, and he also plays cowboy music every time someone comes at you with the intent to kill. And I just find that great because it's like do 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 do, and that's true. That starts firing into the air. And then Cassidy because she's one of the other people with
Cassidy's from the main town, isn't she? Is that the first girl?
No. Cassidy is later. You have to make your way towards
New Vegas.
one of the good guys in this, the NCR.
NCR, yeah.
One of their outposts you make your way to, and it's further in New Vegas. Like you follow the road there. She's there at the bar drinking, and she I forgot what you have to do for her. You have to do something for her, and she'll join you. And she's my favorite because she gives you the ability to drink alcohol and have all the positive effects and none of the negative effects.
That's pretty sweet.
So I love drinking alcohol and just getting into a conversation with somebody and just bossing them into doing whatever the hell I want. And not having to worry about the hangover or the fact that I can't see afterwards. And Edie's just a fucking, God, I love Edie. And then Veronica's another good one too. Veronica is a Brotherhood member. She's wearing a hood. She's in an outpost that is not too far from where New Vegas is actually. So if you head towards there, you'll probably see an outpost. She's hanging there. She'll join you immediately once you talk to her, as long as you don't say shit bad about the Brotherhood. The only problem is that later in the game, you have to go against the Brotherhood, and you can't kill anyone when you do that. Because if you do, the second she sees you, she'll try to kill you.
I did that for one mission where I helped the ghouls, where they fight the Night King when they're like invisible, and so they were destroying me, and I was killing them, and then I like do the mission, I save the one ghoul, he gives me the key or whatever, and I'm like, all right, I'm about to go tell this guy, the leader of them, you know, this isn't here, so you can leave and stop messing with the ghouls. As soon as I talked to him, he was like, you killed all my people or whatever, and he started attacking. I was like, I had to reset the whole mission and not kill any of them and just run.
Yeah, I
'Cause
made
they're
the
like,
same mistake
yeah.
too.
I'm like, because I killed one before that, but I guess it was because it was before I talked to him. And I was like, he was gonna try to kill me. I was like, all right, I'm trying not to kill anybody.
That was, I ended up having to use all of the stealth points to get
I did too. That's what I did, and they still saw me. Like,
It pissed me
I
off.
couldn't do anything.
I ended up I just sprinted through their
That's what I
stealth
did.
point.
Like after I did the whole mission, I was like, I know exactly where they go.
But if you
so I
go
went
to him
down
directly and talk to him, none of them will attack you after that. So you have
No,
to
they did. They still did. Like
Seriously?
after I talked to him, and then I went to the ghoul, and then I went to like search for his friend. They were still attacking me. Like the guy with the flamethrower was shooting me from across the room and stuff.
I went I literally stealth boyed up. I snuck my way down.
Maybe
there,
that was
I
why,
talked to
because I
him.
killed one before that.
That's what that was then. Because I went stealth boyed up, talked to him. He was like,
And even then,
"It's
he's-
not here." I'm like, "No, it's here." I gave it because I went. He asked me where it was, so I had to
you
go.
still passed all of them.
Yeah, I stealth
Oh
passed
no, I
all
didn't.
of them.
I couldn't do it because they saw me, and then I just ran while they were hitting me in the head with like bricks. And I was just like killing them the whole time.
Yeah, no, I dashed through. I stealth boyed up. I dashed through. He's like, "Well, it's not here. Where is it?" You have to go to where the guy's friend is. And there's a note saying, "Yeah, we shipped him around."
Yeah.
And then you go back to him, and he's like, "Okay, me and whatever the hell that cow skull thing is, we're gonna leave and take everybody with us." And then they left.
Yeah, I still got it.
And then actually, you can recruit one. It's a girl. She lives like way north at a resort. You can recruit her as a teammate. She's vicious as hell.
They're just that was just fine.
Did you? There's a one town that is like stalked by a night crawler or whatever those things are. Like he keeps killing cows.
I'm in that town. I haven't done that mission yet. I figured it was connected because at first I thought that guy was crazy, of course, because he was like, it had fangs down to the ground, and he was obviously invisible. Talking to this one that must have been more invisible. I'm like, okay, he's on drugs or something. And then I went to the Googles, and they were like, they're like invisible and stuff. It's like, okay, this is what he was talking about. Although I doubt it was obviously fangs to the ground. It was crazy still.
No. What it is? He's talking about the cows.
Yeah.
And that he's
a
insane
nightmare or
because the
something.
cow. Yeah.
But
It was really funny as hell though. Like if you watch it one night, you'll just see he's there all day. He literally stands on the road all day. And then at night, the cow will move and he will walk across the street with his Gatling gun and mow it down. And he does that for all 3 cows 3 nights in a row once you get there. And it's funny as hell to just watch him because he'll ignore you. He's just invisible. You can clearly see him because of the outline. And then at night, the one cow will move and he will just walk over there and just shut up and walk back across the street and stand there again.
so Walter, any
Oh.
copies?
Yeah, so I've actually been watching a lot of anime. Like I said, I watched Attack on Titan. I'm watching Simple Gear G. Which the funny thing about Simple Gear G is the premise is basically you have this group of teenage girls, and they basically fight using artifacts, but their artifacts are activated sonically, so they have to sing. So it makes for a lot of kind of useless kind of mediocre J-pop. So the first season's really bad. Like I watched the Blu-rays of the first season, and it looks like a kind of bad quality version of like a normal anime. But then come the second season, the quality boosts because they were selling like the soundtrack to the first season, so they got a bigger animation budget. But I'm watching that. I'm watching Gotcha Man Crowds, which is pretty cool. I'm watching. What else am I watching? I'm watching Majestic Prince, the second core of that. As far as games, I finished Rage, which is it's fun until you get to the end, and it ends very abrupt, like we were talking about before.
Have you heard of Devil Survivor 2?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I want that
the
so bad.
Shin Megami Tensei. I haven't
Is that what that
watched
is?
it.
Yeah, because they made an anime for the second one. That's actually really good. It's only 12 episodes long. I was watching it last night. I started it during the last free trial I had with Crunchyroll, because that's the only reason.
Yeah.
That's the only time I watch it, and other than that, I'll just watch like Gintama, because it's so old, it has one commercial.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't even watch it when they have free trial, because it's like, this has one ad, I can get through it in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one's really cool. Like,
Yeah.
like the animation and the action stuff's really good.
Yeah.
There's not much else. Like I probably start up before the trial ends. I'll try to finish that and watch, Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
A bunch of the other ones. There's a really funny one like it's called like My Snafu Love Romance or something. It's like a really funny
I think I've heard of that.
romance anime.
Yeah.
It's like super silly.
Mhm.
And that's fun. And shows, of course, Beware the Batman. I'm watching. Check out my reviews, Invisible Katana.
Just
Plug
plug
that.
Plug that in.
Strike Back. Have you either of you seen that? Okay, that show is amazing. It's on Cinemax. They kill like 100 people in an episode. It's like an army show. It's these 2 guys,
Yeah.
and they basically work for the government, and it's like secret service almost. And they will just it's such a great show. Like the writing is perfect, the chemistry is good, and like I said, they kill like so many people, and it's just like them 2, and they're just like destroying people. There was one episode they literally killed like 40, 50 people.
Jesus, that sounds
It's
good.
crazy. It's a crazy show, and they just update you all the time.
Yeah.
I love that.
Mhm.
That's about it.
As far as manga goes, I'm reading a bunch of different ones right now. I was reading Vampire Knight. I jumped off that. I'm reading Karen now. I'm just getting this vampire fix in while I still got it and jumping on different things really. As far as TV goes, I've been watching Continuum, you know, because they got that season still going. What else was I watching? Catching up on Teen Titans Go. 'Cause, I gave that show shit when it first came out. So I was
You like it now?
Yeah, I was like, screw you, I want my Titans back. And I was like, you know what? It's
really-
better than it's good. And it's
That
way
episode
better than
yesterday was really funny.
Was it the one with the
That-
stick? Yeah,
That was freaking funny.
yeah, that was hilarious as shit right there. If you stop, I might live just something.
There's a new show, Under the Dome. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
CBS. That's really good.
I was gonna check that out. And then as far as games, I beat Pikmin 3 and Arkham Asylum.
forgot that even
Arkham City, I believe. Pikmin 3, fucking love it. It was great. It just starts out really. It starts out good and just keeps it really good. And people complained about the last boss. I love the last boss. Because the whole premise of Pikmin 3 is that this planet, I forgot what it was called, it starts with K. I think it was Kyoto something. It was, but they ran out of food on that planet, so they send 3 explorers to look for food that they can bring back. Now the planet, they only eat fruit, so they send them out there to look for fruit. They find Earth, and they find fruit on Earth, giant fruit on Earth, because they're about the size of a quarter.
Yep.
So they send them there to go and take the fruit and bring it back home, fruit seeds and everything. And they crash, all of them get separated, and you begin the game trying to get them back together, and then that's when they discover the Pikmin, and then you get the Pikmin to help them take stuff back. And then meanwhile trying to find a piece of their ship that fell off, which is what they use to travel through space so quickly. And you find yeah, it was called the cosmic drive key. It's just literally a little key that they. But yeah, so you end up finding out through these little notes left everywhere that the person from the first game, his name is Olimar. You find out that he is on this planet too. This is the planet he's been on Earth too. And he's trying to find treasure, and he finds this little piece of crap thing that's obviously not treasure, but he's gonna keep it anyway, and it's their key. So you spend the game trying to find Olimar.
I didn't think it would connect like that.
Yeah,
I actually thought it would be the same person, but
That's what I
that's
thought
not-
too, or it might be his son or something, because he mentions his son all the time in the first 2 games. But it's kind of funny because you're trying to find him, you find his partner Louis from the second game, and you think it's him. Louis gets attacked by this gigantic hawk bee monster that summons bees to attack you, and that's around the time you find the flying Pikmin. And flying Pikmin are told to be they're the best at air combat because they literally fly up to something and just smack the shit out of it and kill it. So like you have this thing with this, it has like its beak separates and it's got these strings and it plays a harp, and as it does that, it shoots waves of bees at you. So you're just sitting there and it's literally you and your team. You're running around this giant stump and he's firing bees at you, and you're throwing like handfuls of like flying Pikmin at them, and they're running up and they're just like punching the shit out of bees. So it's just like this stalemate, and then when you get him by himself, you drag him to the ground, and all of you just like throw Pikmin up, and the Pikmin are landing on him and beating the fuck out of him. My favorite has to be the flying Pikmin and the rock Pikmin. You know, because the rock Pikmin, they're literally made of rock, and they don't attack like other Pikmin do. Other Pikmin just like punch and scratch at things. They like throw their body into it. So when you throw a rock Pikmin at something, you'll hit it and it'll get hurt, and then they'll stop, step back, and like aim, and then they'll just like body slam into the guy like repeatedly, and it's just fun. And then the flying Pikmin, like I said, they like flying and shit and punching the fuck out of it. And it's just funny. If you've ever played the game, throw a flying Pikmin at something's eye and just watch how funny that animation is. Because they'll get thrown, and like when you throw them, they get thrown like body first, and then their wings will come out, and then they'll just dash at it doing this and just punch him right in the fucking eye. And it's just funny to watch them fight. They're so, and then like, you know, I like to take things to the extreme and think of it different ways. Well, if you think about Pikmin are the deadliest creatures on Earth. Because not only can you amass a bunch of them, and they're immune to fire, water, electricity, and all poison and shit. They can take whatever they kill, drag it back to their home, have their home absorb it, grind it up, and turn it into more of them. The only reason they don't do that to any of the people from the other planets that control them is because their suit's antennas make it look like they're one of them, which is the only reason they have not beaten the shit out of all of them and killed them. Like, if you've ever played the first game, when Olimar dies, if you don't get to the end, if you don't beat the game, they'll drag his corpse back to the onion, and it sucks him in and plants him into the ground again. So, like, these are the most vicious creatures ever. They're cute as hell. They are the most vicious carnivores I've ever seen.
They're like those super deadly ants.
I swear to God, they are. If they really existed, we would all die because they would climb up they would climb up on us, beat us to death, probably just like throw themselves into our noses until we choked on them, and then drag our corpses back to their dens and grind us up and get even more of them. They are the apex predator of that planet. Because even if one of the creatures eats them and like they all die, just get a couple more, they will beat the shit out of that thing, drag him back, and remake all of the ones that he just ate. They are that. In the second game, you find out there is such a thing as orange pigmen that only live underground. They burrow under the skin of any other creature, dig their roots into their brain, and control it. Yes. I thought that was the scariest shit I ever heard. And the main character was just as shocked and appalled as I am. He's like, oh my God, I think I discovered parasite pigmen. They seem to have burrowed into the brains. Like, oh my God, these things are the apex predators of this planet. But Pikmin 3, buy it. Buy it and think about it. If they weren't so cute, would you really want to have anything to do with them?
That's what we can move on. Well, real quick, as for manga, Soul Eater just ended, so I'm waiting for that to get uploaded. It'll probably be a few more days. It came out either today or yesterday, the final chapter, so I'm excited for that. Still reading Naruto, and I'm still trying to go through One Piece to actually catch up. I think I'm on like 102 right now.
You know where you're at.
5,017.
Yeah, I know, but generally when I read, I'll read for like 2 or 3 hours. Just like 5 hours.
It's great. Keep it up.
I'm reading, I forgot, I'm reading JoJo. I'm on like the 4th part. It's okay. I'm just kind of reading it ahead of the anime because the anime is really good. And then I'm playing Dragon's Crown as well. So, and there's controversy with Dragon's Crown in terms of the character models. And I think it's actually even a little bit worse because they're kind of focused on the witch, but there are a whole bunch of
Oh, that's the one with like
characters.
the anime style. Yeah, it's just super busted.
It's a really fun game though. It's like say like one of those. It's basically just a side-scrolling beat 'em up, but every character type has character skill trees and their own style, so it makes it a lot more fun to do.
It's like a lot of those Delaware games. If you ever played Odin's Spear, it reminds me of Odin's Spear.
That's what I've been told. It's very much like Odin's Spear. So.
Buy that if you haven't. That is a great game with a great story.
Yeah. So other than that,
The con prep. Well, with us being, of course, the Japanese manga cosplay club, every year we go to the Omicon, which is the big anime convention at downtown Detroit Renaissance Center. This year, I'm sure, of course, we'll go again.
We need to talk about being in the room too. Or we're still doing a panel.
Yeah. So we'll probably have a panel. Of course, we'll talk about that more.
Maybe.
Come see your favorite people at the panel.
Last year we did cosplay speed dating. So you could check out that video because I uploaded the whole thing minus certain edits just for time. But you can check that out. We did, and of course, any other time we just go and have fun, regular convention stuff. As far as we have like con prep, cosplay, hotel info, yada yada yada. I don't really have anything done for it at all because it's in October or November this year. I'm not sure, but generally I don't cosplay. That's just because I don't have money to buy a costume. If I did, which I thought of this last year, a real easy one, I could actually be Cole from Infamous. Because I cut my hair really short anyway, and I already have the backpack because I bought the special edition, I would just need the amp and the clothes, or even if I didn't have the amp and the clothes. But the reason I couldn't do that last time is because apparently no one makes that costume, and like I just couldn't find it online in time because it was probably 2 weeks ahead.
Yeah.
And like when I thought of it, I was like, I could literally pull that off just with the way I look, really, but
Yeah.
just couldn't find the pants and the shirts to wear. So I have not cosplayed yet, but I hope to at some point.
It's fun. You should give it a shot. I don't know. I want to do something different. I can't think of what though. I always speculate on what I want to do, and then I just go with Luigi or Mario. But I would really like to do. I
could be Waluigi.
I could be Waluigi. I don't think I'm
Switch
making
it
it
up.
up to be Waluigi. Creepiest character ever made. By the way, I'm sorry.
You see the video
Oh,
of the
no.
Waluigi? That was funny.
Oh, God.
And it was Luigi talking to Waluigi, and it's like, you should see my nemesis. He was like, I thought I was your nemesis. He was like, nah, it's Waluigi. And he came on, he was like deformed and stuff. It was gross. It actually looked gross.
Oh God, yes. I have to see that now.
Yeah.
Waluigi.
Waluigi.
Yeah.
They never really introduced Wario into the Mario universe. They
He's
never.
the main game, you mean?
No, because he's always like
It's
Wario.
either his game or just Mario Party.
Right. I
He's
don't
in
think.
Mario Tennis, like the best.
And that's where they introduced Waluigi.
I don't know. They never introduced. They never even introduced Wario into the Mario universe. He's just kind of. They just kind of made him. He's got his own thing going on. I wanted to make it. I was like, if I'm gonna make a game that introduces Wario to the Mario universe, it's gonna be like the whole Mushroom Kingdom is an island, and there's just a bunch of islands, and Wario is just like handles the world's finances because he's so fucking greedy. I literally came up with a story where Wario runs the entire world's finances. You know, he's like the Wall Street of the Mushroom Kingdom and all. And he is a entrepreneur, and he's super rich because he created insurance for Bowser. But he made so many different types that he pretty much never really has to pay out. Because I came up with one, like he made a deal with the pirates to where they supplied gunpowder to him, and then he gave that to Bowser in the form of bullets and cannons. But the cannons that he made are only used by Goombas. So if you want to have insurance against cannons, you also have to have insurance against Goombas, because Goombas are the ones firing the cannons. And no one buys Goomba insurance because everyone thinks it's just for if a Goomba attacks, and you can just smash them. But no one knows that the cannons are only for Goombas, and the classes he teaches to use the cannons are Goomba classes only. So it's just these
Insurance fraud. pretty much.
insurance fraud, pretty much. Yeah, you just like you pay for Bowser insurance, but it doesn't cover his henchmen. So you have to pay for his henchmen
Every
insurance, but
level of-
every level of henchmen. And this does not cover this, and this doesn't cover this. Regular bullet bill doesn't cover giant bullet bill insurance, and that's what he sells at that time. And God forbid you get turtle insurance, but you don't pay for flying turtle insurance, and then Mario comes by and kicks a turtle, and you know when it goes off screen, it doesn't just disappear, it crashes through someone's window and fucks up their house.
I didn't mention a video like that.
Right.
It's like shoots out the door and it's just like
It's like wrecks everything. It's like, oh fuck, I don't have flying turtle
just like
insurance.
hits the TV and just keeps spinning.
He just like climbs up, he comes out of the show, climbs up the TV, like, oh.
He like bets against the real estate market and it collapses because of all the castles that Bowser's building.
That no one's using anymore because Mario blew them the fuck up. Oh god, that's what I picture, just like that. Like Mario's just a really shrewd businessman. Ooh, God, if I had the costume, I would totally make those episodes and put them on YouTube.
We're almost the same. I mean, it's just the yellow shirt pretty much in that.
I need a yellow shirt and purple overalls, and then that would be.
No, he doesn't. I thought he. Oh, I guess that's just the new version where he has just regular.
Oh, if he has regular, then I'll just get the yellow shirt and do that. And
I think he has regular overall.
I swear to God, I'll make those videos. Wario,
He doesn't
Wall
even
Street.
wear like the Mario Brothers costume anymore, like in Brawl. He's like just in like the June jacket, isn't he?
Yeah, he
Some
is
sort
actually.
of, yeah.
I'm doing that. That is. Look out for those episodes. Wario Wall Street.
Wario Wall Street. That's his last name.
Wario Wall Street.
He doesn't have one, or he probably does.
Wario
Mario.
He has a giant 80s.
Oh God, it's gonna be great. He makes so much money for ridiculous reasons. He bets against all of Princess Peach's projects because he knows Bowser's just gonna rip through, fuck him up.
He sells Princess Peach, Kidnapped Princess insurance.
But it doesn't cover reptiles, and it also doesn't cover amphibians, so it never covers Bowser.
Yeah, exactly.
You can only have one, either reptile or amphibian. God help your Bowser attacks, because he's both, and it doesn't cover the other.
Anything else for cosplays for you?
Pre-order your tickets now, people.
Yeah, well, I'm not even, if you're still able to pre-order tickets, I would pre-order tickets, and then also, if you're going to a con, kind of make sure that you know kind of what panels you want to go to, and don't rely on the fact that they're gonna have a program there, because last year they didn't get programs out at Youmacon until like, I never got one.
I think it was the next day.
I just went to the game room because they had computers with like the programs on them, and I just looked at what I wanted to go to. But yeah, just kind of make sure you have a plan of attack a little bit.
And you can always check what panels will be playing on Youmacon.com, I believe. They might not have the specific times, but you'll at least know
What's
what you
happening?
like.
Whatever
what you
con
wanna
you're
see.
going to, if it's Youmacon, if it's not, they usually have some type of schedule up there depending. But
And JMCC Club does not advocate harassment. Ask before you can take the pictures. For the love of God, just ask. More than likely, they'll let you do it. Can't tell you how many times we hear about, right, the more you know. Can't tell you how many times we've heard people go, that person was really good, they just stopped me and started taking pictures and started saying weird things. You're gonna talk to them like you talk to anybody else. Ask before you take pictures, for the love of God.
yeah.
And if you're gonna cosplay as Felicia Hardy, you can meet me.
Just letting you know that.
Yeah.
This guy.
I really like black.
We're gonna add like the heart. Post edit. Come on, this is Terrence. It's gonna be Cole and Felicia. You know this.
Like I said, last topic we're gonna get to is console wars. So what future purchases and recommendations. I mean,
Well, I bought a Wii U. It's not that bad. It's got.
I don't totally regret my decision.
Exactly. I don't. Walter sums it up best. I don't totally regret the fact that I bought a Wii U because I got to play Pikmin, and I bought Arkham Asylum for an extra $20 more than it is on every other console. I was a little pissed about that.
what has
It has
all
knots.
the DLC, but
It's not
really.
worth it.
Does it have the Harley Quinn DLC on
It does.
Oh.
I don't want to spend that much money on it. It literally.
Was it
angered me.
50 or
It was 40. It's 20 now, so I had to spend an extra $20 because it was 40.
Yeah, all you really got that was new was the special, the armor, Wise Armor Edition or whatever.
So I can switch Batman's armor. Is that all it is?
The special armor he has or whatever, and the armor Catwoman has, that's not in the other versions.
Oh.
Like, at all. Like that's pretty much what they added was that.
Oh, totally not worth it because it ended up getting fucked up in every fight I got in anyway. By the end of the game, Batman had a crater over his heart and his cape was all jagged and cut up from all the knife dodges I missed. Because I hate knives. I swear to God, it's like you have to pull the control stick back and then hit X. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna, whoever has a
Sounds
knife.
like the control scheme's harder.
It was just annoying. It was really just annoying. I was like, I can't dodge knives. So in the fight, I would literally, okay, you have a knife, you have a knife. I'm gonna jump out of this grate and punch you in the face, and then turn around and punch him in the face, and then whatever happens, happens.
I just don't have to deal with it.
As long as I don't have to deal with, I'll deal with shields and flamethrowers, even the occasional Titan. But
Another bad guy just runs up, picks up both knives. Damn it!
I think the worst thing were the ninjas. 'Cause,
Oh,
I
yeah.
would play, like, I think the last time I played like the random brawl thing, where you just fight and fight.
Yeah.
And then, like, I'd be doing great, because it was like you fight until you either lose or you can stop at a certain point to get however many points you have and just try to keep going without getting hit.
Yeah.
And I'd be doing great, and then, like, the ninjas would come in, and it's like, like, they counter, just dodge.
That's
It's
the
like,
thing,
I
though.
keep forgetting how to dodge the katanas and stuff.
I couldn't get, that's why I always like rushed in, or once I saw the orange warning, I would just flip over the guy because I'm not gonna deal with this.
Yeah.
But the one thing that annoyed me with the ninjas was the double counter that you had to do. Like once you counted, they would dodge out of the way, and then you had to counter again.
Mhm.
But if you did it immediately, you failed. You had to wait for them to get ready to hit you.
Yeah, yeah.
But one of my favorite things was the ninjas would pop up behind you and try to counter you because Batman would just like reach back, choke slam, and throw you forward.
I guess for the other consoles, PS4 and Xbox One, what do you guys think?
I'm probably not gonna buy a new console for quite some time.
I'm gonna concentrate more on PCs now. I probably will end up getting a PS4 at some
Same.
point, but it'll probably be a while after. I'm gonna get a better laptop before I get a PS4 because honestly, they could have waited. But whatever, that's not my decision to make. That was their decision, and I just wanted to really say I don't totally regret having to leave. It is. I can watch. It's got Netflix on it. Yeah.
Like everything else.
It's got like 4 games in the online market, and it's got Earthbound. So if you're tired of losing on the emulated version of Earthbound because they put that thing in where it makes it noticeably harder than the normal version, then you can buy the easier one on the. Just don't do it.
I don't know what
I'm trying to massage my ego right now.
Yeah.
Pikmin 3 was worth it, but then I beat it, and now I have
Eventually
nothing.
you're gonna get a
Something
game.
else.
I'm gonna get the Wonderful 101, but
Yeah.
right now there's just
That's pretty
bullshit
much it.
sandwiching.
It's like Pikmin, Wonderful 101. I definitely want to play that. That's actually 5 players, which I found out.
Nice.
There's some other game that came out, I can't remember. It was one of the really popular ones they had early on.
Super Scribblenauts Unlimited.
It was that was one, I know that was one of them, and there's something else popular. Not one of the. It might have been one of the Mario games. I know the new Super Mario World is pretty cool. It looks cool.
It's because it's literally the old one, but they added
Super Mario
Yoshi
Bros.
to it. Screw Nintendo because it's not new. It's the same old shit. You just added the things that we had when we played Super Mario World the first time. Thank
They
you.
added the capture about it,
Yeah.
and they made it. I guess the biggest thing to me was that it was like Super Mario Brothers 2 for Nintendo, where it has all the characters that have the different skills, which isn't really Super Mario Brothers 2, by the way.
Well, you'll get your 3D Mario game, you'll get a Smash Brothers game, it will be worth it
In the long run, but
Take
they
some
will be
time.
both sandwiching. Bullshit will sandwich all that crap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
little bits and pieces. Like you said, Pikmin 3, of course, which
But the
I
thing
really
is,
forgot that was coming out. I didn't have. I saw like one commercial for that.
Which is like
all
the
time.
kid fighting the crab.
I think so. I don't even remember.
Like,
It's like one commercial.
by the way, that crab is a piece of shit because I hate that crab. Oh my heart. Because he's in the water and like you have to throw rock Pikmin at his claw because it's made of glass, but he runs in the water and rock Pikmin can't swim. So he'll just like sit there and he'll wait and then you throw rock Pikmin at him and then he'll just back up into the water and then they'll chase him into the water and you have to call them back. But then once you break his claw, he's just a piece of shit. I beat the crap out of him. Enjoy it.
I guess there's not much for future expectations, really. It's just whatever you want. I mean, that's the one thing that we can say about Xbox, which we mentioned before, like in one of the old ones. They did switch the DRM policy, so they took out the whole you can't buy used games thing. So on the plus side, we have that now. At least it gives them. I guess it gives them and it gives us more of an option now to actually choose between PlayStation and Xbox. But I think I'm gonna get an Xbox. I mean, not Xbox, but PlayStation because they just have some games that I really want to get first.
And you can annoy all of us by sharing your videos and trying to take over our games. Dude, let me do this. Let me do this. I can do this. And then we get the control over you and you stand there.
I'm lagging real hard, guys. This was a mistake. Why'd you listen to me?
Why did you get it? No!
This is
boss
your
fight
fault.
was 4 hours going. What happened?
You never should have believed in me.
Yes. It's like Ninja Gaiden, you're fighting, it's 4 hours in, he's like, dude, let me do this. I got this, man. I got this. He just stands there, somehow commits every game. I'm like, no! What are you doing?
Trust me, trust me.
I can do this.
What do you mean you don't have the infinite life cheat? It only works with that. Why did you tell me?
Oh, God.
You're actually doing it the hard way? Why would you do that?
I think it would be a good. holiday year, I guess. See what we get.
We'll
as
see
far
all
as
these.
launch title stuff. Definitely excited for. I guess mostly, even though it's coming out for this one, Assassin's Creed 4. Definitely excited for it. But as far as next generation stuff, Infamous, Metal Gear, of course.
Assassin's Creed, Django Unchained. Everyone knows Mr. Candy was Templar. you know they're going to do that. Assassin's Creed, Django Unchained.
Oh, Lord.
Well, I guess we'll cut it there. We went through all our topics for once. We actually had a full list and did it. So thanks for watching part 2. And,
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
You know, hopefully we won't take 3 weeks like we did last time with a bunch of different problems going through. But you know, hopefully we'll keep it going. Not that we get these anyway, but check them out if we have.
Check
on.
them out.
So,
You know
thanks
you
for
want
watching.
to. Well, shameless plug.
Yeah, Invisible Katana.
There we go. And look for Walter's hit video where Walter sings pop culture songs for the ages.
There actually, to be honest, there's a video of this girl that sings, I think, Total Eclipse of the Heart by like a good, like, I don't know, like between 10 and 20 different famous musicians. And it's really funny, so look for that if you can. I don't remember the stand-up stand, but it's really funny. Okay, I guess.